So here we have the parallelogram, the trapezoid, and the kite. And again, these are more quadrilaterals that I really want to go over. And so starting off with the parallelogram, really with this, the opposite angles are congruent as well as opposite sides. So both the opposite angles and the opposite sides are equal in length. And then the opposite sides are parallel. And obviously this makes sense because it's a parallelogram. And really all of the shapes that are covered in the previous unit, squares, rhombuses, and rectangles, these can be classified as parallelograms because they have opposite sides that are parallel, they have opposite sides that are equal, and they have opposite angles that are also equal in length. And so just looking at this, you clearly see that the diagonals of a parallelogram also bisect each other. Now moving on to the next one, we have our trapezoid. And with a trapezoid, there's a lot of different stuff, like different types of trapezoids that exist, such as the isosceles trapezoid, different formulas, how we calculate the area. For instance, base 1 plus base 2 times by the height, all divided by 2. There's certain formulas that I want to cover, and I will be covering those in the next lesson, all the geometric formulas that you really need to know for geometry. But the main property, I guess, that I really want to tell you is that with a trapezoid, one pair of opposite sides is parallel. And really, you can see here that you can say that there will be two sets. There's exactly one set of opposite sides that is parallel. And then moving on to the third one, we have a kite, as you can see here. So the kite, two pairs of sides are equal in length. So here you would say that this side and this side are equal, and this side and this side. And then one pair of opposite angles is congruent. So here you could say that this angle and this angle are congruent. Which, if you're given this, you obviously know that. You can subtract that from 360, but not necessarily divide that by 2. It depends on the type of kite. So kites can get a little bit more complicated than you would expect. And so one pair of opposite angles, yes, I said that those are congruent. And then you have only one diagonal that is bisected by the other. So here in this case, you would see that this longer diagonal is bisecting the smaller one. However, the smaller diagonal is not necessarily bisecting the longer one. And again, bisecting means that dividing the other diagonal into two equal segments. And obviously, you see that diagonals are crossing each other, and they will be crossing each other at 90 degrees. So these are some properties, again, dealing with quadrilaterals. In the next lesson or unit, I will be looking more towards geometric formulas and really questions that involve these shapes. Thank you.